much money can I make per month? Where can I find UGC jobs? What if I'm afraid of being on camera? How much experience and how many social media followers do I need? Those are just some of the burning UGC questions I'm gonna answer in this video. If we've never met, my name is Robbie. I'm a 51-year-old UGC creator. I help people over 40 learn how to make money, work with great brands, and enjoy time flexibility in their lives as older UGC creators. I pulled together a bunch of questions that people have asked me on social media, so here we go. Why should people over 40 do UGC? The word is opportunity. There is such a demand for people over 40 to make UGC, user-generated content. The reason is simply because there's just not a lot of people doing it. UGC started as something that just younger people did in their 20s and 30s. They were the people that wanted to be influencers, and they maybe wanted to, run their own YouTube channel. So as UGC became more popular, brands started to notice, and brands that sold older people products were like, we need to get into this. But we're not gonna have 35-year-olds sell menopause products. It doesn't work like that. You need to see somebody your age selling a product that's targeted towards you. So over the past few years, more older creators have been jumping into doing UGC. I'm 51, I've been doing this for a year, but there's still so much demand for this that if you've ever wanted to be a content creator in your second half of life, this is the time to do it because there's so much demand for people over 40. Do I need to have experience or social media followers? And the answer is no. Most of the people that start out as older creators have no social media following, have no experience. You're not making videos for yourself. You're not trying to grow an audience. You're making videos for brands that the brands are going to post on their social media pages, and they're going to use as ads on Facebook and Instagram and all of that. They just need people who understand how to make great content. And that is something that anybody at any age can learn. There are people who've had no content creation experience, start UGC, and are just making boatloads of money. No followers needed, no experience required, just the willingness to learn how to do this and the determination. It's a heck of a job. What kind of equipment do I need? Equipment paralysis is very real for a lot of people. They think you need all this gear and all these lights and such. The reality is, you only need 4 things to start. A phone, a tripod, a attachment that lets you attach your phone to your tripod, and a microphone. A few years ago, I don't think you really needed a microphone to get started, but since there's so many people coming in, I think you need to have a good quality mic because that will set you apart. And you do also need a laptop. I can't edit on a phone, and I don't think older people can't either. As you become more experienced, then you can worry about getting lights and other equipment. You just need those few things to start out. They're really inexpensive. Can I do this part-time? Yes. I have so many students that are retirees that are entering their second stage of life after retirement. And there are people that are doing this in addition to other jobs. So while I've been doing this full-time, and there are plenty of other older full-time creators, it can be a part-time career for you that can provide extra income to pay off the credit card, put towards college, and take a nice vacation. There's so much opportunity that you are able to carve out a good income doing this part-time with the time that you have. Can I do this as an older guy? You, my friend, are going to make so much money. There's such a need for older guys to do this because there just aren't many of us. Our generation didn't really grow up aspiring to be content creators or YouTubers or influencers. We were just kind of put in that 9-to-5 mentality. And then so that doesn't lead a lot of older guys to be creators or UGC creators. If you're over 40, you're probably gonna have an easier time doing this than women who wanna do this because it's like all women and they're great, but there's so much competition. Is this passive income? Hell no. A lot of people think this is just kind of an easy way to make money, where it is one of the most difficult careers you could ever choose, decide to go into. Because when you're working for yourself, you need to put yourself out there. You need to be noticed. You need to hustle for work. You need to write to brands. You need to apply for jobs. You need to get yourself be seen. This isn't a make tons of money and work 20 hours a week. I'm sorry that the internet told you that, but that's a straight up lie. This is hard work. And if you're not afraid of hard work, it is the ideal gig for you because it keeps you busy. It keeps you engaged and flowing and creative, but it is not passive. It is not an easy way to make money. Stick around if you're still interested, but if it's not for you, then thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. What if I'm afraid of being on camera? Here's a secret. Every single person that you see on camera as a UGC creator was scared at one time or another. Sitting in front of a lens and speaking to it is like unnatural. We don't learn how to do that. We're used to talking to humans and seeing a reaction. So speaking in front of a lens is odd and difficult, and people just don't like it. The best way to overcome that is really simple. Talk to your phone every single day. Make a video, a minute, 2 minutes, you don't need to post it, but the more you talk to the camera, the more comfortable you will feel. I did this early on in my journey, spoke to the camera every other day, and wow, the difference it makes. What if I'm scared of the technology? This one always confuses me, coming from Gen Xers, because we got to know videotapes, DVDs, like we were exposed to so much different technology that we just learned to adapt, and learning how to edit is remarkably the same kind of brain activity that you use to learn how to get on the internet. I mean, it's the greatest time in history to learn how to do anything because there's so much information to learn how to do it. I mean, you're not gonna go grab the encyclopedia and learn how to do this. Commit yourself to it. It'll be really simple, and you'll wonder why you were so scared in the first place. How do I get started? I'm glad you asked. Click on the link below to download my free 10-step UGC Kickstarter for boomers and Gen Xers. That has everything you need to get started. It will tell you what kind of videos you'll need to make as a creator. It'll tell you where to find UGC platforms where people are posting jobs. That's the only resource you need to get started. Good luck. Can I really make $10,000 in my first month doing UGC? Hell no. All the younger kids saying you can do that in a month, trying to sell you their course, are flat out lying. There's no way you can do that. I've been doing this for a year, and I didn't hit my first 10K month until 12 months in. Your first month as a UGC creator is not about making money. It is about making UGC example videos. The more UGC example videos you make at beginner rates, $100, $50, $150. And in that early stage, people aren't offering you huge rates, which is fine. Everybody starts out at the bottom, learning how to make videos and make money. And the faster you go, just strictly focusing on how to make good example videos, you will start to be able to increase your rates and reach that 10,000. Look, I don't care about making 10K a month. It's not my goal. My goal is time flexibility to be able to make these videos for you. And 10K months are hard. You have to work a lot. And sometimes I do just want to relax. So yeah, I talked about time flexibility. That's what we want. No, you can't make 10K in your first month. You may not make 10K 8 months down the road, but it really shouldn't be about reaching that number. It should be about creating a lifestyle that works for you. How much money can I make per month as a UGC creator? That depends on two things. How much time do you have to devote to working? And are you willing to accept every single deal that comes your way, regardless of how much they will pay you? UGC videos vary in scope and price, so it's hard to put a specific number on because I don't know how much time you have to work, and I don't know if you're going to take every deal that comes in. Some deals are terrible. Are you going to take that money just to make a certain amount of money per month? And your time, how much do you value your time? Do you actually want to take time off from doing what you're doing and not work 60 hours taking every single deal? I've been doing this since January 2024, and I average between $3,000 to $5,000 per month, working an average of 35 to 40 hours. Can I do faceless UGC? Yes. if you're not interested in having money. Look, brands want to hire older creators because of our face, our wrinkles, our gray hair, all our imperfections, because we can relate to the people that are buying those products. I've been doing this for a year-ish, and I've never been asked to make a faceless UGC video because people don't want me to do that. They don't care about me like tapping and pouring. They want me because I'm good on camera and I can relate to that. So if you don't want to show your face, UGC is not for you because you'll be competing with the thousands of other UGC creators who are willing to be on camera talking like this. How do I find UGC jobs? I have an entire video about this. So click right over here to learn how to get jobs, how to reach out to brands, and to start your career as an older UGC creator.